This laptop boots faster than your phone. Here's the secret. We are living in a fast-paced world where everything is fast. We have fast food, fast internet, and even fast-charging phones. But when it comes to our laptops, it seems like the boot time is just getting longer and longer. But what if I told you that there is a laptop out there that boots faster than your phone? Well, that's not a gimmick or a myth. It's a real thing. Now, today I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, this laptop boots up so fast because of one key component that we are going to be testing out today. So let's get right into it. Now, before we get started, just want to mention that this laptop has an 11th Gen i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 512 gig SSD, so it's a pretty powerful machine. But the main focus of this video is on the boot time, and how we are able to achieve such a fast boot. The first step is to install a piece of software called Ventoy. Now, Ventoy is basically a program that allows you to boot into any operating system from a USB drive. And that's exactly what we are going to be doing here. You're going to use a USB drive to boot into Windows 11. Now, you can download Ventoy from their website. Just go to ventoy.io and then scroll down to the downloads section. We are going to be using the Ventoy to disk tool for this video. So click on that and then run the installer. Once that's done, we are going to need to create a bootable USB drive. So insert your USB drive, then open up Ventoy to disk, select your USB drive, then click on Download, then click on OK, and finally, click on Yes. Next, we are going to download Windows 11, so head over to the Microsoft website by clicking on the link in the description below. Scroll down to the Windows 11 section, then click on Confirm. On the next page, select Create Windows Installation Media, then click on Confirm. On the next page, select ISO file, then click on Confirm. Next, select the language you want, then click on Confirm. Wait for the download to finish, then open up the file and mount it. Head back to Ventoy to disk. Click on the plus icon, select the ISO file, then click on OK. Finally, click on the gear icon, select USB hard disk, then click on the drop-down menu and select your USB drive. Click on OK. And now your USB drive should be ready to go. Now let's test it out. First, we are going to unplug our SSD and then plug in our USB drive. Now we have to change the boot order in the BIOS. So restart your PC, press F2, F12, or Del key to enter the BIOS. Locate the boot order settings, change the boot order so that the USB drive is first in line. Save changes and exit the BIOS. Now, we should see the Ventoy boot menu. Use the arrow keys to navigate and select our USB drive. Press Enter. Now, we are booted into Windows 11. Now, let's compare the boot times. Here we are booting up our laptop with the SSD connected. As you can see, it takes about 30 seconds to get to the login screen. Now let's disconnect the SSD and boot up the laptop again, this time using the USB drive. As you can see, we are getting the Ventoy logo. After that, we are getting the Windows 11 logo. And just after that, we are at the login screen. The whole process takes less than 10 seconds. Now you might be wondering, why does Windows 11 boot so fast from a USB drive but slow from the SSD? Well, the reason is that the SSD has a lot more data on it, so it has to do a lot more processing. That's why it takes longer to boot. With a USB drive, on the other hand, there is not much data on it. That's why it boots much faster. But can we make our SSD boot faster? Well, the answer is yes. You can use a piece of software called Fastboot. Now, Fastboot is a free and open source software that is designed to make your SSD boot faster. To do that, just install Fastboot, then open it up, select your SSD, then click on Optimize Now. Wait for the optimization to finish. And now your SSD should boot faster. So there you have it. Now you know how to make your laptop boot faster than your phone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.